What's going on? This is Mike from Geek Raza, Geekraza. I tag myself as JYD or Junkyard Dog on there. Anyway, I just came home, walked in the door, and I figured I'd sit down and do a quick rough and raw review on this thing that I just got in the mail. So this is a dungeon crate. For many people that know, they've been doing loot crates and, God, I can't remember the other names. I know for dogs there's bark boxes, and there's all kind of these crates and boxes that people are doing. So I thought I'd give it a try. Me and my wife, we really got into D&D recently. We have friends that play the old second edition AD&D, but we got all the fifth edition stuff, typical is how I am. I just went out and bought everything we needed. So we got that and we started playing. So I saw this and I thought this crate was pretty cool because it was all RPG based. So you can see kind of the size of the box there. It's just a little bit smaller than a shoe box. So, there's the website right there in case you need reference, dungeoncrate.com, Facebook, Twitter, /Dungeon Crate. Instagram is Dungeon Crate Wayne. Wayne is the one that is putting these boxes together, and he's starting this company. So that's it. It's got my address on the bottom. We don't need to see that because I don't need you weirdos showing up at my house. There's some Dwarven runes there. I don't know what it says. It probably says, "We have all your money." So anyway, and a cool little thing here. I see a lot of people that do these reviews, and they, see the graphics like this and everything. And, that's cool, but I'm a graphic designer and I've worked in marketing, so for me it's kind of like, yeah, that's cool, but maybe it's like someone who works in special effects in the movies. We see amazing special effects, and the person next to us is like, what they do? I could do that at home. So maybe I'm ruined. I don't know. But if you enjoy this, then that's great. The only thing I don't like is that it came directly in the mail like this, and we've had some mail theft, things like that. So sometimes you get the weirdo postal delivery person or the mail theft or whatever. And I don't know. I'd kind of like to have this in a plain box. Maybe I'm just someone who appreciates my privacy a little bit more. Either way, so this is the box, and let's just open it up. I already cut it open, and I've looked through here, so I didn't stumble too much about what I was going to tell you. This freaking stuff, man, I hate this stuff. This is like wooden clown wigs. I don't know what it's for. So I guess if you want to incorporate this into your game somehow, you could be environmentally friendly and use wood shreds, but the stuff gets everywhere. So we're going to set that aside for a second and kind of get into this. So this here is just a piece of paper that it kind of gives you a little idea of the theme for the month. And this month is bloodletting because it's Hallows Eve and all that. So I'm going to be a little bit of a stickler here. Again, being an English nerd, working in marketing, creating these kind of things, I'm going to look at it and go, okay, it's cool background, cool colors. What's that? What's that? What's that? And this one I noticed right off the bat. When you're starting out as a new company, you want to make sure you're on point. So you read this and it just says, the clouds move slowly across the bright full moon. You hear a howls as the hair stands on the back of your neck. You hear a howl. Some people be like, bro, don't be so picky. And I don't want to be. But again, if you're trying to really kickstart yourself off with a slick looking new little crate that you're coming out with, man, you got to really catch that stuff. So sorry if the video is blurry. I'm doing this all with one hand. So more clown wig, wooden clown wig. So you get into here, and I'm going to go over this in a second. So this is how much you get in here. There's a couple sheets of paper, but really you see it's all like packing material. Everything is right here on the bottom. And so my thought on that is, I kind of feel like a little bit shorted, like, wow, look at this box. Oh, it's kind of like when you get the cereal in the store and you get this big giant jumbo box of, crunchy Sweetios or whatever. And then you realize that the box that's up to here, you only get this much. Cracker Jacks does that crap to you too. It drives me nuts. So Dungeon Crate, Wayne, you guys, I know you're just starting out, but I'm hoping you're going to fill this box more with less wooden clown wig and more, stuff. And if you are, that's great. If this is kind of the routine that you're going to have, save yourself some money, use some smaller boxes, because this is just taking up too much empty space. But inside the box, let's get to it, because I can hear about 3,700 people right now are saying, dude, stop talking and get to it. You're yammering. Glow-in-the-dark dice, 7-piece. That's cool. I have a few pieces of a few dice, and you can always use more. So these glow-in-the-dark, that's what makes those cool. These are by MDG. It was at Metallic Dice Gaming. Yeah, metallicdicegames.com. Sorry. These guys are killing me, man. Look at this. I just noticed this too. Oh, is it going to focus? I don't think it is. Anyway, it just says choking hazard These are not the Duke boys. You guys need to learn to spell. Man, what happened to people like spelling good on their merchandise and products? This is a completely different company too. Anyway, they spell like crap, but their dice are cool. So you get that. There's this deck of cards here, and that is a Game Master's Toolbox Critical Hit deck for players, 5th edition compatible. Now, being new to D&D, I said, well, I haven't even opened it, so I said, well, I don't know, we'll see what this is. I play a Ranger, so I have some Ranger spell cards that I have in a nice little binder. Was that Ultra Pro binder, and my wife is playing a Druid, so she's got some. Those are super handy. So I saw that, and I thought, well, maybe that's what these are. And it says this 52 card deck introduces new and exciting critical hit effects for the players to use against their enemies, short-term penalties, devastating wounds, spectacular executions, and more. Okay, I'll check that out. This may be cool. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm kind of up in the air about that one. So then you get this, because it's Halloween. They have thrown in a from gamerbadges.com a little werewolf, wolf type thing, which is, what is my cat doing? He's acting like a weirdo. Anyway, so I saw that and I thought, that's kind of cheesy a little bit. What am I going to do with that? And then I looked on the back, and they actually inspired me to, to get some ideas. It just says werewolf. If you have or have not been the werewolf, you've earned the werewolf badge. Save the town. Well, all the werewolves I know are bad, but bearer of this badge may swap cards with another player once per game per month. Now, I don't know what cards they're talking about, but it did make me realize, okay, in D&D, sometimes people want to incorporate little physical objects, boxes, little devices, things like that for visual reference. And that's what this could be. Maybe you're on a mission dealing with some lichens or something like that, and you have this little token, or maybe it's something that wards them off. I don't know, but maybe the players do have to, each one can only hold it one at a time. It's up to you. You people are creative. You'll come up with something cool. So, I'm kind of 5 out of 10 on that. So the other thing that we have in there that I thought was really cool was this magic ring and blood splat. So this, besides the dice, I felt like were really where you're going to get your value. So basically this ring right here, you put your minifig in the middle and it'll tell you how far, when you're doing a map and you've actually got miniature figurines there that determine who's on what map where when you're doing your fights, which is really cool. Tabletop gaming. This tells you how far out your magic range goes. There's that one, there's one in the back, and there's also this blue one here that is probably like immediate range. I don't know. These little red things here are considered blood splats, which I thought was kind of cool because, maybe a creature has acidic blood and it's thrown this off. Maybe you just want to use this as something they're spitting out, not necessarily blood, whatever you want to call it. Maybe it's lava. I don't know, but you can use these little things as references in your map. So I thought that was kind of cool, actually. And then the last thing you have is, well, yeah, let me just get to this. So you got your dice, you got your magic rings, you got this card deck, you got your patch, and then you get this. And I want to talk about this just for a short second. This is the opinion part of the thing that I don't agree with. Summoner's Remorse, an AdventureAweek.com mini dungeon by Justin Andrew Mason. So as you see right here, I opened this up, and that was the first thing I saw. I saw this little satanic pentagram. Now, there's a hook and a scenario and all this, and blah, blah, blah. It talks about cult members and a spirit naga trapped in, hell. And so there's this Summoner's Remorse, which it describes each room, all these things. So I don't know. I kind of feel like you get this, but this would be cool in the old days. But with our advancement in technology and access to information, I could find 15 million of these things on the internet and probably a little more in depth for free. So I'm not going to knock it as far as that goes, but I will say not really adding to my value for what I paid. This right here, I didn't like, because I'll be honest, as my personal opinion, I'm a believer. And yeah, we play D&D. Yeah, it's got some dark stuff in it, but we try to avoid the super evil stuff. But more so what I thought was, see, this right here, when everybody laughed at it back in the 80s, or they, knocked it and said, oh my God, Dungeons and Dragons, it's all about worshiping devils and it's an evil satanic game. And all the people who played it said, psh, haha, that's not even true. You guys are crazy. Calm down, cool your jets. But, when you put stuff like that in a game, that's a satanic pentagram, as confirmed by the Satanic Church. It's not just an opinion. That's what that is. Then, what do you expect people to think? So I just wasn't cool with that. That's just me. You do your own thing. So, but regardless, with that on there or not, I was like, is this really adding to my value? No. Something they also forgot in here, which this list, I don't know if I mentioned it, is kind of cool because it tells you what's in the box, and if something's missing, you actually know that. So, and lo and behold, the Werewolves and Vamps Flat Minis. Due to technical difficulties and the lack of a time machine, this item is not included in this box. And it says it will be added to next month's crate, which maybe that's just a one-time thing. But again, my little marketing lizard brain says, aha, that's a good way to keep everybody hooked in and ordering the next month because they didn't quite get what they were supposed to get last month. Either way, hopefully that's just a one-time thing because I wouldn't be okay with that if that kept happening. I know there were some issues with, shipping on this, and it sounds like it wasn't really Dungeon Crate or Wayne's issue. It was something to do with just the postal whatnot. Something I just noticed here actually is it says digital crate. Then you have a password there, and so maybe I'll have to blur that out. No, I'm not going to do it. Anyway, I'm just going to put it up the way it is. So, I guess there's some digital crate, but all in all, I'm going to tell you I think it was like 40 bucks, 35, we'll call it 40. 40 bucks for this, not worth it. So this might be kind of cool. I don't know. But again, you're only looking at what, 5 or 6 bucks. That's how much my spell cards were for my Ranger from Wizards. This is pretty cool. But, again, only a couple bucks. And then you got your dice. What do you spend on regular dice like this, glow in the dark or not? 5, 6 bucks, maybe 10 if you're really spending a lot. So you're really, at the end of the day, and then this guy here, the patch, and blah, 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 you're only getting about $20 worth of value out of this box. But again, it's 35 or 40. We'll call it 40. So you're kind of paying twice what you should when you could get this off of the internet. And of course, you get a free wooden clown wig, so which will go in the trash here in a second. But I don't know. You guys can make up your minds. I just thought I'd share with you in case you're on the fence about a Dungeon Crate. I'm going to try it one more time. I'm going to see how it turns out. I'm hoping these guys, being a new startup, are going to be able to start filling that box up a little bit more and get up to par like with what Loot Crate has and things like that. If you watch Critical Role, they're sponsored by Loot Crate right now, and they get some pretty cool stuff in there that kind of makes it worth the value. Right now, Dungeon Crate is not worth the value to me. So not trying to hate, not trying to throw shade, as they would say, but I am just being completely honest. There are some cool things, and there are a lot of things in here that I'm like, either so-and-so or about. So that's what it looks like. We'll give it one more try. If it's cool next month, I might try it once more. If I see they're on a roll and doing really well, great. Maybe I'll stick with it until they turn off my internet. Then I got to pay that bill, and I can't order this. So, or it's going to be like it was this time consistently, and I'm going to have to cancel. So that's it. Check it out. Dungeon Crate. Again, you can go to, where's the website? DungeonCrate.com, Facebook, Twitter, /Dungeon Crate, and Instagram.com, Dungeon Crate Wayne. So that's it. That's all. Again, check us out on Geek Raza, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. My name is Mike, a.k.a. Junkyard Dog. And if you're in the Seattle, Washington area in March of next year, you will see us at Emerald City Comic Con. It's our first big con, finally making it. And we got our tickets today. So maybe I should wear my wooden clown wig. All right, that's it. That's all. Talk to you later. Cat says peace out. Is that what you were doing? You were making a bed? You're weird, man. All right, bye.